All right. Welcome to SideboardMTG. My name's Eric, and today we've got a public coffee time. So this is not like a lot of streams. So I know a lot of you are used to watching my normal stream, and we're playing a lot of Magic. Well, this is actually more theory crafting. We've got a new deck that's kind of popped up in the 5.0 list here, and there's multiple copies of it. What's up, Lincoln? How you doing, buddy? You gonna be here for the stream? Huh? You gonna say hi to everybody? Well, my son just busted in. I didn't close the door. Anyway, so yeah, this is more or less, you know, the guys sitting around the table having a cup of coffee and talking about some Magic. So I hope you guys like the show. If you do, give it a thumbs up. And again, this is not your normal show. This is more theory crafting, just kind of talking about Magic. So we do have Rush here today. Rush is a he's a long-time patron. He's been around for a while, and I'm going to go ahead and switch over, and we'll let Lincoln say hi before his mommy comes to take him away. What's up, Lincoln? You see right there? Look, buddy. What's up? You see that? You see that? That's you. You gonna say hey? No, you can't have the thumb drive. Anyway, all right, mommy. Take the Lincoln. Awesome. Anyway, guys, we've got Rush here, and I've got to close the door. One moment. It's got one of those handles that you just pull down, right? And you know he's smart enough to open that. So I'm going to switch over to Discord here. We're going to get Rush up, and Rush, what's up, guy? How you doing, fella?
Chillin'. What's up, baby?
Not much. Not much. Did you just about call everybody baby? I think you did, didn't you? Yeah, you did.
I think I did.
Yeah, all right. That's how much love he's got for you guys. All right, so I'm going to just go ahead and open up these 3 decks. And you could do the same if you want to. If you want to follow along, I've already put the links to the decks in the description box below. So all you got to do is just click the more button there, and you can kind of follow along with us with which deck we're talking about. And then once these decks get pulled up, I'm actually going to download them. We're going to pull them up on MTGO where we can play around with them, move them around, take a look at them. And you know, for those of you that aren't used to pulling decks up and things like that, you'll be able to see it for yourself. What? There's a magma spray missing here. Well, let me fix that. Entering editing mode. Let's get rid of. Let's move Discord here so I can keep track on our frames. That just cost me a lot of frames right there, opening up all 3 of those at one time. Yeah.
I don't even know what that stuff means.
What, frames? Frames per second?
Yeah, like what is that?
Frames per second, like how well everyone is seeing the stream. There's frames per second. So, what's up, Jan? Let me get chat here. Man, we've got a lot of people here that we normally don't have. Mr. Wambacher, how you doing? Jonathan, Jan, Monkey, Dragon Lord. Dragon Lord's eating dinner. He can't hear us right now. Pipe Dream Hookah. What's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, it's midday. Like the stash. I try not to overwax it, so it's not where I need it to be. But anyway, DeConti Salvin. Hi, Sideboard. Just passing by to say hello. Enjoy the content. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. It's lagging a bit. It should smooth out now that I've gotten everything open. But yeah, let me go ahead and just download these really quick, and then we can open them up there. But if you guys want to follow along, you can do that. So that one's done. We'll download this one. And then we will download this one. I don't even know what this is. I should probably download it anyway. It's the same one over again. Okay, cool. Now we'll just pull up Magic, wherever Magic's at, and then open up these decks. So
Do it.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it, man. I'm doing it. So what do you think about Bolas, Rush? What do you guys think about Bolas?
I think he's good. I don't think he's gonna be as cool as everybody else thinks, but I definitely think he's pretty good.
Lincoln, buddy. He don't like it when I lock myself in the room. He's a daddy's boy. I can't help it. Like he's like, I want to go back there with daddy. He's yelling at his mom right now.
Super Saiyan Link.
Yeah. Anyway, so we've got three versions of Bolas that popped up in them and went 5-0. One of them is a more of a red version of Bolas, and that I've actually named that Red Bolas or Bolas Red, and I think this is all due to a article by Brian Braun-Duin, I believe it was, or maybe it was Seth Mansfield, but they were talking about how Bolas would fit in mono red decks. That you were already splashing black for unlicensed disintegration. A slight blue splash probably wouldn't hurt some of these decks. We've seen Grixis Chain Whirler as a thing, so we know that there are versions of red deck that can actually splash multiple colors. Let's get up the other one here, though. I need to rename this one. So we've got Bolas Midrange, Bolas, so this one's the Bolas Energy deck. All right. Let's make sure that's standard. So we've got three variants. We've got a red version, we've got an energy version, and then we've got a mid-range deck. The mid-range deck is kind of like your blue-black deck that we've been seeing play get a lot of play here lately. This deck, is just it's four Fatal Push, four Voracious Contempt, four Champion of Wits, four Glint Sleeve Siphoners, Cast Down, Doomfall, Essence Scatter, Argyle's Bloodfast, everything we've been expecting, right? But where did they make room for the Bolas? Okay, so they actually cut down the Scarab God, and they cut down a Torrential Gearhulk and a couple other choice spells. Like, you're not going to find a lot of card draw and things like that here. And they just slammed in 4 Bolas and 2 Lilianas here. Let me get that display up where you guys can see that a little bit better. Here we go. Let's talk about this mean card here, right? One of
Hey guys, with you in 1 minute, yeah? Sorry, I was late.
No problem, James. No problem. Late to the coffee table, man. Late to the coffee table.
Exactly.
You are messing up, James.
Well, welcome, buddy. Welcome. Anyway, Bolas here. One of each of Grixis colors. So 1 red, 1 black, 1 blue, and a colorless. So it's a 4 mana, 4/4 flying. When Nicol Bolas the Ravager enters the battlefield, each opponent's going to discard a card. All right, so it's automatically awesome. It's automatically, great for being a commander too, but we don't care about that. But then it has this ability. For the price of a normal Bolas, 7 mana, one, and it's not even like hard to get 2 mana either. It's still just 1 of each color and 4. I mean, we've tried to cast Bolas in the past, using like double black and a red and a blue, like it was just crazy. But now it's just 1 of each color, 4 of any color, 4 generic mana, and then you flip him into the most ridiculous planeswalker we've ever seen. Like, there was a point in Magic, guys, where we didn't have 4 abilities on planeswalkers. Like Jace the Mind Sculptor was like, oh my god, 4 abilities on a planeswalker. And then Chandra, she was amazing, still amazing, even after she's been nerfed. For those of you who don't know about the nerf, when they changed it to the targeting rules, Chandra could no longer redirect her damage to a planeswalker, which was a slight nerf, but still it was a thing that happened. Let's take a look. Dusk Till Dawn Gaming. Todd went off the energy shell pretty early last night. At least the Siphoners. Oh, who was this? Todd Stevens was playing it? Or Todd Anderson? Which one? Bolas is good. You think fighting the right shell seems to be the issue. Dusk Till Dawn Gaming, dude. I need to get you. You need to get Discord so you can start joining us. Everybody, like, if you don't know who Dusk Till Dawn Gaming is, he's in chat right now. You can right click and click his profile. If you like modern play, he's awesome, dude. He's awesome. What's up, James? How you doing, buddy?
Yes, I'm back. How's it going, guys?
Welcome back, sir.
So I literally just checked my time on my phone. I'm like, shit. Oh, sorry, I'm back. Like, and I was like, oh no, it's like 6 minutes past 7. I'm like, I'm missing the damn thing. So I'm not even showered or anything yet.
4 sentences.
Oh, man,
He's
you
already
got
got 2 curse words out there, man. We're public, James.
Sorry.
We're public.
Did I? You do another curse word? Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, he thought it was gonna be me. No, don't say sorry. He thought it was gonna be me.
Yeah, I did. I thought it was going to be Rush. I really did. Yeah.
Oh,
It's-
yeah,
we're
yo,
good.
Eric,
It's one of those. It's one of those days, you know.
You hear me, Eric?
I got you. I got you. There's nothing that I can do about it once we start. Other than just stopping, there's nothing we can do about it but just kind of move through. Refresh your stream is one of the best things I can suggest if you are having lag and issues like that. I've closed out my programs in the background, so it should be helping a little bit. But yeah, we've got a little bit of lag coming through, and it should smooth out though. Anyway, Nicol Bolas, the Ravager.
Yes, I've just noticed you posted that today's coffee time is actually public as well, haven't you?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I figured people
So
would want to brew with Bolas and hear the atrocities that we try to come up with and things we try to do with Bolas, and watch us break these in a bad way, probably break these 5-0 decks here. I was just reading
Did you put a
Bolas's
link-
Planeswalker side here.
Coffee time? Did you put a link to the video, Eric? Oh, no,
I did
of
not.
course.
It's just
You put it
public. Just open
so
up the-
It's on YouTube. Yeah, that's fine. Sorry.
Well-
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, just open up YouTube, homie.
Yeah. Anyway, +2, draw a card, -3, deal 10 damage to target creature or planeswalker. So that creature is gone. I don't know. Galta survives. Like, does that matter? Does that matter to anyone? Right? The Galta survives. -4. Put target creature or planeswalker card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. That's pretty broken. I mean, we really liked the Eldest Reborn and stuff like that, and now we've got this. I mean, that's pretty broken right there. Anyway, what if you guys have looked up the decks that I've pulled? I've also got the Grixis Chainwhirler deck here. So we see that, you know, Grixis has been able to run the Chain Whirlers, has been able to run, you know, to be a red deck, but also have Grixis colors. If we look at the Bolas Midrange, he's actually just splashing red for Bolas. If we look at what I'm calling red Bolas, it's actually a red deck, or the red-black deck splashing blue for Bolas, and the Scarab God, which is
That actually interests me. The red
pretty
deck is
good, actually.
blue.
Yeah,
I think
like,
that sounds.
I think this is a mean deck here.
Yeah.
Really
I
laggy?
can't see. I see, but what's the difference? Because it's not. I can't see it on the screen.
Okay, well, it's a red-blue deck, and instead of Hazret, instead of Phoenixes, it's got 2 the Scarab God and 4 Bolas.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think that is necessarily the best deck for the Bolas card. That's the only thing. It's a good deck, but I think it's from playtesting with Nicol Bolas so far, it works really well in a Grixis deck, basically a blue-black deck, splashing red for some of the things. So you've actually got the counter spells, you've got the removal suites and things of the colours.
So yeah, you're talking about the Grixis midrange deck, the blue-black midrange deck that is splashed for
Yeah,
Bolas.
it's not the list you've got up, but similar list. Yeah.
Right, and I'm just pulling the list from the 5-0s. I pulled all 3 of them, and I figured that would be a really good spot to start. I figure anyone else trying to start building this deck is going to go off of one of those anyway. So if we talk about those, and we can probably get somewhere. So I actually kind of like this idea as well, but I'm not sold on it. I want more of Braid. I want more of that aspect. And we don't really have that here. I mean, we see that he's got answers in the sideboard, like Yahini's Expertise and Essence Extraction, things like that. But I actually think that where's it at? The Bolas Energy deck. I think this is closer to where I want to be. Even though it's got the Harness Lightnings, it's got Magma Sprays. I think Magma Spray is great right now. People are trying to run the Scrap Heap Scrounger. We're seeing Scrap Heap Scrounger even in the mono black zombies, and that deck seems like it's real. In case you guys didn't know, mono black zombies and mono white Oketra's Monument are back. They have 5-0'd. Speaking of which, that's what we're going to be doing tonight. I'm going to be doing a meta coverage video where I actually pull up all the decks, the new decks that have came out this last week, and I'm going to be talking about those, and so we're going to use that knowledge going forward as we're playing. So very laggy on your end. Screen is still frozen. I may not be able to do this with Discord pulled up. Maybe it's pulling too much. I have got to find out what's causing my lag issue here. Yeah, I'm seeing that I'm dropping down to 22. I dropped as low as 22
yeah,
here.
the frame rate.
Right, and my frame rate is down to 11 right now, and that is horrible. So yeah, I'm definitely having some frame issues. Anyway.
Yeah. What I've tested with the Grixis deck so far, I've tested a couple of builds, and I'm finding like a few people that are 5-0ing that I don't think the list has actually gone up yet for some reason. Is that the the Champion of Wits is far better over Whirl of Virtuoso in the deck.
Well, I think people are noticing that they don't need as much protection against like the red decks and things like that. I mean, the reason I've got Whirler Virtuoso pulled up here is because Whirler is kind of like the centerpiece card that's really gonna decide, you know, which one of these versions we go. Like if you play the Whirlers, then it means that you're actually expecting the meta to be in a certain direction, and I think that we're seeing a lot of people come off of the Whirlers and put more, you know, Champion of Wits in the deck instead of Whirler Virtuoso, because red-black is not as dominant. There's not as many hazards. There's not as many. People are actually backing off of some chain Whirlers and things like that. So, you know, Whirler's not as important as it once was. But yeah.
Oh, but the thing, what people have gone for at the moment, the most of the red decks that I've played is the really hyper fast Flame of Kel decks.
Right. The mono red mid-range isn't doing as much.
Yeah. With the Grixis deck, generally you have a very favourable matchup. You tend to stabilise around between sort of 8 to sort of 5 life, and then you just take over the game.
Right. Yeah, I think the red-black decks have the best way of like dealing with that. So, what do you think the meta is going to do to be able to fight back against these Bolas decks as they come up? Like, what cards are we worried about with this running Bolas?
Carnage Tyrant.
Are we really?
Oh yeah, you can get rid of it, but it's an annoying card to deal with. I suppose the one deck. Even life game decks, yeah, the deck is very good against like the biggest part of go wide strategies, because the deck doesn't have a lot of ways to deal with go wide strategies other than Hour Devastation.
Okay. Hour of Devastation is really, really good though. I can see that. Here we've got what, Confiscation Coup in its place. He's not actually running the Hour of Devastations. He's got Coup and Torrential Gearhulk, Glimmer of Genius, Negate, Abrade, you know, this sort of thing. Chandra's Defeat, you know, Duress. Like, it's just pretty straightforward. Another Argyle's Bloodfast. If we go look at the Bolas mid-range version, he's got no Hour of Devastation in his deck either. If we take a look at the red Bolas, again, no Hour of Devastation. So, like, no one else is, none of these other, you know, decks are running the Hour of Devastation. So, it might be some tech to win it for us there. I mean, Hour of Devastation, how good do you think that is in the meta right now?
I think it depends on the matchup, but I think it's a good card. But the thing is, you see, another deck that's actually shot up quite a bit, which is actually quite powerful, is the Elves.
The Elves deck, yeah, the Elves deck, the Zombie deck. Those are
Blossom in defenses, which is really annoying.
I do agree with the fact that if you are going to be running a board wipe, that you want it to be much higher in the toughness, the ability to burn toughness. So I think Hour of Devastation is probably the right call. The fact that it deals with rawness and deals with Hazard and those sort of things is just a huge bonus. But it's also going to deal with a ton of other things like Chandras and Goblin Chain Whirlers and all of these other things. But if you have played against this zombie deck, you'll know that those zombies get very large, very out of control, very fast. So I think that's another reason that Nicol Bolas is just like great. When we're looking at this mono red Bolas build here, and it's basically it's red Bolas. When we're looking at this, like, we're noticing that they took out Hazard. He took out, the Phoenix for Nicol Bolas the Ravager. Like, do you think Bolas is that good? I mean,
yeah, it's actually a very good card. It's not the. I think what I'm saying makes the card really good is with things like Liliana, ways to bring it back from the graveyard. And that's what makes it so effective of a card. Because, yeah, okay, against a lot of decks, it's just going to get killed, going to get cut, or it's going to get thing. But the idea that doesn't really matter because you're bringing it back, you're making them discard a card, and it comes into the battlefield. They don't get a choice in that matter. If it resolves, they discard a card. And the thing is, you see, if you get to turn 7, yeah, and you got 7 mana and Bolas out, you can flip it. And when you flip it, that's pretty much game.
Understood. I mean, yeah, flip Bolas, like, they have to answer that immediately. If they don't answer it, then they're definitely going to have some major trouble. But yeah, yeah, I agree. Like, Bolas is good. I do think that he serves the same purpose that Phoenix does. We've been playing a lot of red black. Me and the wife have, and the red-black deck, the Phoenix is good, but it's just eating a Vraska's Contempt, and Vraska's Contempt will deal with the Phoenix just as well as it would deal with the Bolas. So I think the payout in the long run for like the times they can't deal with it is going to be better than the payout of the Phoenix. But for
me, I think the Phoenix is better than Bolas. Not to cut you off.
Yeah, you're good.
Is because the Bolas, you kill it once, it's dead. Phoenix, you have to exile it or kill it twice. I understand when Bolas comes in, if he flips, blah, 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 blah. But until rotation, I think the Phoenix is better for the simple fact that a fatal push can kill it.
So
you have 2 turns.
You're forgetting about the enter the battlefield trigger.
Got up online.
I mean, but there's tons of cards that can make you discard.
Okay, so
tons of cards.
On turn 4, you play Phoenix, they Vraska's Contempt, you've got nothing. They've gained 2 life.
Okay.
On turn 4, you Bolas, they go to Vraska's Contempt with the trigger on the stack. They're still going to lose a card. They're going to gain 2 life, but you gained a card from them. So not only do they lose a card, but they also spent a card to get rid of Bolas. So you just 2-for-1 them instantly. Where the Phoenix is, where they have the right answer, you don't 2-for-1.
I feel like you're looking at the best case scenario for Bolas.
But you're also playing Bolas in a deck, yeah, with 4 Champion of Winds. Say Commit in the side, search for. You are going to draw those extra Bolas because by the time you're winning, you've got about 25 cards left in your library because you're drawing so many cards. So you're just completely controlling the board state, and then you're flipping Bolas at the end to basically end game. And in many cases, you're flipping Bolas and you're taking one of those planeswalkers you've killed, or you're bringing your Liliana back with Bolas to continue the same stuff again.
You're cutting it out a little bit there, James.
So
I barely heard anything you said, bro.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say your part there, Rush. You were talking. We rudely interrupted you there. Go ahead, Rush.
No, I was just making fun of James' accent.
make your argument for why you think
Oh,
the
why
Phoenix
Bolas is
or
better than
Hazret
Phoenix?
is better than Bolas.
Yeah, for real. I mean, they all have every single card is good. I feel like they're equal. It just depends on the deck you're playing. You know, whenever you bring up an argument, like you argument, oh, if it hits, you make them discard a card. But even if they rise to contempt, you can know it just depends on the deck. You know what I mean? Like certain matchups, I think Bolas may be better than Phoenix, and some may be better than with Hazard. It just honestly depends on the deck. Because even if they all get exiled regardless, and yes, you may discard a card when it comes to Nicol Bolas, but discarding one card is not the biggest deal in the world to me. Because if they don't have a Rastus, make the case that you know what I mean.
It is.
All right, we seem
Worst
to
case scenario issues.
seem to be losing Rush there.
I can hear him fine actually.
Okay, then maybe it is me. Let's see what's going on.
So that is that the thing about the Phoenix is it's the 3 toughness thing versus the 4 toughness.
I mean, it's just. I think it just depends because if they don't have the Rastus Contempt, then I would take Hazard or Phoenix over Nicol Bolas for the simple fact.
So how
that,
are they going to kill it if they don't have Vraska's Contempt?
I mean, you can kill Nicol Bolas with a Fatal Push. You can kill Nicol Bolas with a Murder. Now that Murder's in, if someone uses it,
you're talking about a deck that can splash double black.
There's people playing mono black.
The red decks don't really. The chain wall decks don't really try double black. They run Hour of Glory.
Unlicensed Disintegration and Hour of Glory, yeah.
Way to get because it's just too heavy on the curve. That's why they can run Bolas, because they're not really
right. So do you think it's the right call to put 4 Bolases in those red decks? Let's see if I can end a couple processes here. Smooth this out.
I think Phoenix is probably better in the red mirror.
Yeah.
Than Nicol Bolas, personally.